I'm trying to decide whether I want to share it with people directly. Yeah, let's do it. All right. It's weird. I got all the right people reaching out. It's weird. Well, it's not weird. I mean, it's only weird because I'm not used to it. Um, I don't know. I think what I need to do is I need to well, once Facebook is back, it'll be a lot easier. All right. So we are done sharing that portion. Okay. All right. So I have one cat, and he requires attention. He's kind of he's an attention whore. Like if I'm petting one of the other cats, he gets a little mad, and I got to give him love. But he has just been walking around meowing all morning and doing things that he wouldn't normally do, like jump up on my desk. Um, it's not a good sign. I think he's trying to get in as much time as he can. So I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. And here he is again. Oh, that's not him. That's just the one that looks like him. This is Ronan. I'm Ronan. Hey, Ronan. He's the one that sits on the back of the chair. And he's the only one that'll do this. He's my lovey kitty. Yeah, he was the runt. Hmm. You don't look like the runt anymore. Now you're a big fat kitty. Yes, you are. All right. Can Daddy get to this now? All right. You gonna help me? You gonna help me? Oh. All right. So we gotta do introductions. Welcome to the Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. If you're here, please say hello. Whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. Huh? Get kisses. Oh, I get kisses. I think I'd just rather sit here and pet my cat. So. Oh. Did you do something wrong? All right. If you're here, please say hello, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. That's good, bud. That's good. All right. Love you too. All right. Tonight, I have my cats trained. They know when I'm done giving love. He's still swirling my feet, though. All right. Doing this out of here. I don't know how long it's going to be. Probably not very long. So I didn't really put it out there on this one. So I ran into another problem. I can only post so much on YouTube, and it didn't post my it didn't post yesterday. Okay. It didn't put the podcast out. All right. And the hard part with that is I've got to turn it into a video. Well, what video? What video am I going to put it on? See, there was just a static picture there, and it sets it up, and it looks professional, and now it's going to look like crap. You know, I do put some effort into what I do. All right. No one welcomes pain with open arms, but it does have its uses. I wouldn't be in the program. I wouldn't be in AA if it wasn't for the pain. Wasn't it? And not just the alcohol pain, not just the physical torture, the emotional, mental, and spiritual torture. I was I was being spiritually tortured. I worked for the dark side. You know, just as physical pain serves as a warning that we may be suffering a bodily illness, so can emotional pain be a useful sign that something is wrong. So we will relapse emotionally before we will relapse physically. It's going to happen in the brain first. It's the obsession of the alcohol. It always starts there. Okay. So one thing leads to another, right? No, if you wake up in the morning, forget to pray, don't go to your meetings, decide that today you're just going to do whatever the fuck that you want to because it sounds nice. I don't know. Might want to take an hour out of your day. It's not that much time compared to everything. Take an hour out of your day. Get some God in your life. Then practice those principles in your life. Set yourself up to succeed. Okay? Now you're going to fail, but the failing will not be drinking. And the failing won't lead to drinking if you do this correctly. As well as a warning that we may need to make a change. If I am emotionally disturbed, I'm going to need to make a change. Now that change may need some work to it, or maybe I've done the work and it's a realization. Oh, I'm in a bad mood. I'm not required to be this way. So I'm going to stop. I'm going to go do something nice for somebody else. It's almost always the answer. Getting out of self is almost always the answer. When we can meet pain without panic, right? We can learn to deal with what caused the hurt. Okay. If you've done your fourth and fifth step, we're now at causes and conditions, people, not a blame and shame. There's another good line. I'm, I'm full of them today. Okay. And I already forgot it. I already forgot it. Something about blame and shame, too. I'll remember. So glad it's recorded so that I could say, hey, I said it first. I doubt I said it first. There's there's too many people in the world. Okay. There's no such thing as an original idea anymore. Okay. Somebody else has had the idea. Maybe you haven't heard it, but somebody did do it. Okay. Anyway. Rather than running. Oh yeah, causes and conditions rather than blame and shame. Causes and conditions rather than blame and shame. Causes and this is what I have to do. Causes and conditions rather than blame or shame. All right. It is now mine. I have posted it in red. There we go. Had to get that one out. All right. I'm going to redo this whole sentence. We can meet pain without panic. We can learn to deal without the cause of the hurt rather than running away as we did when we were actively addicted, or ignoring it, or just drinking or drugging it away, or eating it away, or gambling, or sex, or I mean, there's a million different ways to avoid the pain, right? And what is the purpose of your brain? My brain's purpose is to figure out point A to point B the easiest way. That's its job. What is the shortest distance between two lines or between 2 points, right? So I can use that as a working smarter, not harder type of thing. But when it comes to my spirituality, when it comes to my recovery, I'm going to probably pick the more painful way. Now, you remember in the beginning, you're like, oh, we're stubborn and we learn things the hard way. Well, now we don't necessarily learn things the hard way, but the things that we do learn are a little bit harder. God has been preparing you for years, years and years and years, preparing you to learn how to love yourself so you teach other people how to do it. It's one of the best things about us, learning how to love yourself for who you are. See, you cannot start loving other people appropriately and doing it the right way until you start loving yourself the right way. Do you provide yourself? Do you give yourself unconditional love? There's another one. Let's put that up too. Do you give yourself unconditional love? There we go. And we're going to put that one in purple. Hey, this was just so I could come up with a bunch of lines to post. All right. Can I bear some emotional discomfort? Am I less fragile than I once believed? Delayed gratification. It's what it's all about. It's what it's all about. I can't do that now. I'm busy. Delayed gratification isn't just about alcohol and drugs and your addiction. It's about everything that you want, need, thrive for, right? People always say, oh, it happens in God's time, and it's true. But there's God's time, and then there's laziness. Then there's slowing, then there's going as slow as molasses so that people get uninterested so you can do what you want to do. How do I know that you're doing it? Because I used to do that myself. You can't bullshit a bullshitter. I'm a bullshitter, ex-bullshitter. But I can see right through it. I just need to hear a little bit and I'll know. I'll know. Right? Now that doesn't mean I'm gonna be judgmental or see, I know, but I used to be that way. So who am I to fucking judge? No. But I will bring up the solution. You may not want to hear it, but why am I going to bring it up? Why am I going to bring up the solution? Because one of two things is going to happen. You're either going to listen and join in, or you're going to go the fuck away. Either way, I'm fine with it. Either way, I'm okay with it. Because I'm looking for the next person that needs help. That's almost always what I'm doing. Might be one of my friends. It might be somebody I don't know at all. You know, when I get a friend request from people I don't know, I write them and say, why did you send me a friend request? I don't know you. Okay. I did it earlier with this guy. Listen how this conversation goes. All right. Cool dude. I didn't know him. I just didn't know him. Right. I said, hey, person. So I'm picky on who I had as a friend, and I meet a lot of people I work with. And I meet a lot of people. I work with people with alcoholism. I'm happy to add you. I just want to make sure it's for the right reasons. Thanks. He says, hi there. I write about sobriety and help other people with their mental health issues. I saw we had a mutual friend and thought I would add you. I totally understand if you have a tight group of friends and don't add many people. Either way, keep up the good work. And I added him, right? Because of what he said and how he said it. This is a person who's working the program, I can tell. Either that or they're very, very well versed. Okay. But did you hear that? And I help with mental health issues. They didn't talk above my head. No. Plain English. This is a good person. This is a person with a servant's heart. So I added them. We're going to talk. I might bring them on the podcast. Fuck yeah. Nothing happens in God's world by mistake. But ask. Ask. Hey, because I don't know about you, but I don't have the time for dilly-dallying. I don't have the time. Okay? I do have the time. What I'm not willing to do is jump in fights that I don't belong in. God is very much showing me my lane right now. And that lane is helping other alcoholics. If I can help other people, I will do it. But my alcoholics must come first. It's selfish. It's the right selfish. Because if I help those other alcoholics get sober, then AA continues. See, these are God's chosen people. I heal chosen people. Let me rephrase that. I help others heal that are God's chosen people. And not every alcoholic is chosen. No, but I know. How do I know? Because I'm one and I can see it. Your actions will tell me everything. And I don't need to see it very far. That's what happens when you grow up with no friends. You people watch, and people act the same every single time. Some of us are leaders, some of us are followers. Okay. Like right here, I'm in a leadership role. I'm not a leader all the time. Sometimes I'm a follower. We all have our time and our place. Now, for the most part, I'm a leader, but I worked very, very, very hard to get there. And as a leader, my job is to set a good example, not tell people what to do. If I see somebody struggling, what I will do is I will go help them while explaining what I do so they can do it again. There's a saying, it says, give a man a fish and feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish and feed him forever. Well, why don't you go ahead and feed him and then teach him how to fish? Why can't you do both? There's another good one. Put it on Facebook. I bet my stuff's really good right now. It's too bad I'm being pushed down in the. All right, let's finish this up. I pray I may be better able to face hurt or pain now that I'm getting to know reality, good and bad. Man, I must have. There's a stain on here. You can tell it's my thumb. I sincerely pray that the super sensitivity of my addictive days will disappear, that people will not feel that they must treat me like blown glass, which could shatter at a puff of criticism. Those days are going to happen, but it's not all the time, and that's progress. So if you're having a bad day, go back to basics 1, 2, and 3. There's nothing wrong with that. And it's not actually going back. It's a part of the program. What it means is your foundation needs work. And what is that? Well, it's God, it's AA, it's the fellowship. There'll be a day when you can't get enough. Today I'll remember, throw away my stamp. Fragile, handle with care. Yeah. That's a part of, taking responsibility for your own emotions. I can be, there's times I'm angry, but I'm not going to yell at other people, take it out on other people. It's not on them. You know, if you're angry, just don't take it out on people. I used to deal with a lot of neck pain. I tell you, my spirituality actually helped me with a lot of my physical pain because I'm not like this all the time. Yeah, I don't really have much. I mean, I have it, but I mean, I wouldn't be able to move my head. I mean, I'd be like, uh, uh, because I was so tense. But my spirituality helped me out with that. I was going somewhere with it, but I don't remember. Thank you for being here. I'm going to go watch football. I love you. Peace out.